Okay.
So I'm like literally freezing. I don't know.
No, I'm already.
But I feel like
sweating.
I'm on the opposite. Like I'm always freezing cold.
I don't know how that's possible. You're Canadian?
Yeah, like the whitest Canadian
White as shit. Like all the way
ever.
through. There's no
Yeah,
European
like
shit?
I am. Some people try to tell me that they're like, nah, you're foreign, like European. I'm like,
Nah.
I'm not foreign. Stop trying to make me foreign. I'm white as fuck. Canadian white as fuck.
Have you ever done like the Ancestry.com stuff?
No.
No?
I want to though, because I don't
wanna
think
try
my
that
parents
shit.
really know. Like, I
Nah?
asked them, they're like, you're like Scottish and French probably. I'm like, okay. Cool.
Probably.
Yeah.
If I were to guess, I think looking at you initially.
That's a great look. That's exactly how I want to be looked at all the time.
Okay. Okay, we gotta start the shit. All right. So we're gonna keep that part in though. That was good. All right. Welcome again to Throw the Lob podcast. In the room, we got some amazing people. Shouts out to Hannah, number one. Silent killer. Super nice until you get her angry. I've seen that before. Fucking dangerous. Anyway, my other guy in the room, Big Jamil. You know how we do.
Big up.
Actually, dude, I can't even lie. Missed you last week. Not like that, but hey, man, last week was tough.
It is what it is. I'm kind of pissed I missed last week myself, but you know
you was in Toronto.
These things happen.
And then you were visiting family, and you didn't do anything exciting.
Don't be exposing me to that. What's this guy dealing with?
And then, yeah, I mean, there's something else that we could talk about, but we're not going to talk.
Yeah, it's not time and place, man. Time and place.
Okay.
I'll just say that.
But anyway, essentially, we have a great guest today. A friend from a while ago. Probably,
oh my God,
fucking long ass time ago.
Like,
high school sometime.
I would say like 8 years almost now.
Some crazy shit.
It's been 5 years since, I haven't.
Has it been 5 years since high school?
It's been 5 years since, when did I meet you? When I started dating Keenan, which we broke up 5 years ago. So
holy shit!
And then we dated for like 3.5 before that. So
yeah, I didn't know
years.
you. I didn't know you when you first started dating him.
I met you at that. I remember
one of the parties.
At the party, and we were playing beer pong, and I kicked your ass.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I remember.
They were trying to beef me, like, blah blah blah, like all this stuff, and I
remember.
I killed you. I remember.
She must have been way more drunk. Because what I remember, this shit lasted 8 hours. Remember, I think it was one. Was it not 1-on-1 or was it 2-on-2?
I think it was 2 because who was with me? Was it Laura?
Yep.
Yes, it was. It was Laura. 100% it was Laura. Yeah.
And I'm just, we're all friends here, so I'm just gonna say something off the jump. Uh-huh. I remember that because I think it was like the first time or the second time I met you at a party. Yeah. I remember hitting on Laura.
Oh yeah. I did.
Yeah. Do you remember that? And then she didn't tell me she had a boyfriend until I feel a little bit.
Did she have a? Was she dating?
Yeah, she was dating.
Ethan.
And I love Ethan, and I knew Ethan, but I just didn't see the connection. And I remember trying to backslide out of that one. It was
because she's awkward. She's like, tries to be too nice. Like she's not.
Yeah.
She's not up front. I love her, but she just doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
It's okay. My feelings weren't hurt. I just had to slide my way out. I don't know, a little embarrassing. Is what it is. But yeah, so that was probably something like 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Were you making music at this point?
I always did it kind of to myself. I always been interested in music, but I didn't start making music, I think about 3-4 years ago, maybe. So the first time I actually got in a studio and stuff.
Got you.
With Adam, actually, or Carde.
Shouts out Adam. Know. He's coming on the podcast soon. I'm excited for that one. That'll be dope. But yeah, also forgot to fully introduce her. Hollie Sound! Yeah, there we go. So you started making music, and then from what I understand, you were in school for music? Yeah,
I took the intro MIA program, Music Industry Arts program at Algonquin. That's where I met, actually, Tori, or Vi.
Yeah.
And then I moved up into the Just Music Industry Arts, and she didn't. But then that's where I met Adam as well. And so I took that, and that was like the full program. So it was from September to August. It was like 3 semesters.
Is that how like everybody met? Because I feel like a lot of people meet through that program.
I met. Oh my God, he's gonna hate me. I met New Love too in the intro program.
Hey, shouts out New Love.
He's probably like, wow.
I think he shouted you out on the first episode.
He better have.
I think so.
Yeah,
Did
no,
he?
he did.
Yeah, that's my boy too.
Shouts out to New Love.
Yeah.
But yeah, so essentially everybody met through that shit. I feel like at that point I wasn't involved in, not that I'm like super involved in music now, but I wasn't involved in like the creative side of anything at all. So I remember being at school, I think I was at Brock. So this is when I was away for school. And then I see like it seemed to me like out of nowhere, but like all my friends just started like, Keenan, like people just start releasing music. I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck am I missing back home? That's not the reason why like I dropped out of school or shit, but like, I wanted to see what was popping back home. So that was crazy. I think there was a moment where I was seeing you post like just the videos in your room type shit.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
so weird. Like I look back, I was like, those are so awkward.
I feel like every girl, even like girls who don't actually like do sing, like I feel like every girl does that at one point.
Yeah, I think it's a segue in like a little bit. Have you ever done that? No?
Okay. All right. Well, apparently Hannah hasn't done that, but I feel like most girls have done that at some point.
Yeah, it's true. And I just remember like posting that stuff and then having like a panic attack after. Like, oh my God. And sometimes I would take them down. I'd be like, no, yeah.
Right away?
Or I'd leave it for like an hour or two and I'd be getting comments on it, but in my own head I was like,
yeah,
I'm a very introverted. Like I've become less introverted, but back then I was like, very
to be honest,
quiet.
I think
until I know you.
Until exactly, because like literally,
crazy,
it took like one beer pong game for me to be like, all right, this girl's taking this game a little bit too fucking far, but okay.
It's just because I kicked your ass. That's all.
Okay, so
like, I actually did. I remember getting the more drunk I got, the better I played, and the more that you tried to talk shit.
Because I always talk shit. If you know me, I talk shit. But I don't remember who won.
It was me.
All right, well, it took 8 hours. So, like, if we gonna consider that a victory, I don't know. But yeah, essentially with the videos, when that first upload, like, with my first upload and, like, just doing comedy and shit, I remember, well, number one, it's always, like, cringy as shit to look back on.
Oh, my God,
like,
yeah.
Do you still have yours?
I don't know. Maybe in, like, archive files.
Okay.
You're looking over there. Like,
I'm pointing at Jamil to pull up something, and he doesn't know what to pull up. Search, I don't know, would it be under Hollie Sounds?
I think I might have blocked it. No, it wouldn't be. Hollie Sounds came.
Oh, yeah, no, that was super recent.
Oh, my God, when did I change it?
It was like
I think
2
almost
years? 1 year?
Yeah, might be even less than 1 year. My roommate actually came up with that.
Oh, word.
We were sitting there, and I was just like, okay, I want to change my name because my last name is Millette, but it doesn't really flow. Like, Hollie Millette. Like, ew, no.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't.
Love the fam, but it's also Justin Bieber's mom's name is Patty Millette. So when you search Millette, it comes up.
Oh.
So I was like, I need something to like.
Yeah, that's so random that you have to like look out for that shit though. Like search engine optimization and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's actually crazy. But yeah, search up. Or
under that probably.
Do you have any like old videos on your Instagram? Maybe.
Maybe archived. I archived all that shit, yeah.
Yeah, you got rid of that shit, eh?
But I might have got rid of them before archive existed.
Oh, shit, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I deleted that a long time
Search
ago.
up, go YouTube, search up Hollie Millette. We don't have to play very much of it, but just search up Hollie Millette on YouTube.
I'm trying to think what you might find. Like, I posted this Justin Bieber cover, like I think that was the first one and it was on actually Laura's dad's like Android like Samsung phone.
Oh really?
Like, way back.
Jeez.
Because we thought it was such good quality at the time.
It's Lie.
Don't worry, everyone spells my name wrong.
Oh my God, bro. All right, next time we're using my laptop with your Band-Aid ass laptop, bro.
And then last name Mallette. Yeah. I don't know. I think I might have got rid of a lot of like trails.
I feel like this is something we should do.
Oh no! See, this is what I need. I thought I blocked all those too.
Yes, there we go.
That video, like it was only 2 years ago, but like, oh my God! I thought
I do have questions about this video.
This song, like I'm gonna redo it.
Oh really?
I actually rewrote it.
Oh,
so I took chunks of what I liked, re-put it to a different beat, and I changed the chorus to fit kind of my life. now.
Gotcha.
So it was about one like time in my life, and then
now it's like
now
in
it's
Toronto,
about someone else. Now it's a little more
spending
hassle.
fucking money. You know what I'm saying? But no, actually, that's another thing. Okay, bro, here, just take my laptop, bro.
And
just
the way
take
this
my
was
laptop.
mixed and everything just was not up to what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
It could all be better. Everything, like, I hate myself in this.
Well, this could be a segment called Cringe Something, but hold on, let me grab the laptop.
Like, it's honestly, oh my god. I just, like, didn't... I feel like back then, like, I wouldn't speak up as much for, like, my creative, like, what I wanted. Yeah. You know, like, even way it was mixed, if someone said, like, oh, no, it's good. Like, it's not good. This is not good. This is not...
I'm not hating on this, but...
No, but it could be better.
Yeah.
Which, like, everyone's learning. Everyone was learning. I get it.
Yeah.
Too, but I just wish I had spoken up, because there's things in this that I would have changed, especially in this, like, song. Like, I can't listen to it.
All right, pause it.
It's the worst.
You can't listen to it.
No. Oh my god.
So like
when it comes on, like once in a while, it'll come on my shuffle, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my god. Like no.
Has that ever happened? Like when you're on aux somewhere?
Oh my! Like some of my like non-mixed or like the mix, like the first mix ever. I have
like
them on my
rough,
phone to show
shit.
people.
Yeah.
And yeah, that has come on.
Fuck.
Those are like, keep it on. I'm like,
no. Fuck that
You'll
shit.
hear it when it's out, but only like the people who I want to show.
Yeah, who you like preview. Everybody has like a circle that they like preview shit. Yeah, I got you. With this video, cause me like just I'm more on the video side than the music thing. So I see like video shit that like I would be like, oh, okay, maybe do this, maybe do this. For you, like music side, like actually like structure shit. Like for you, it was just the mixing, or was it like? It
was just like it was very rushed with the person I was working with, and I feel like they said, yeah, it's good, but like, yeah, it was not. Like I knew it, and then Adam heard, and he was like, Hollie. I'm like, yeah. And that person was learning too at the time, so I can't even be like so was I. But I knew it was not where it needed to be. Yeah. Like there's certain things, like the snare drives me nuts. Like certain things that just need to be fixed that weren't.
But most people like, see that's like the creative that's like the creative ear or whatever, like, or the critiques ear, or I don't know. When you're the creator and you're creating this shit, like, there's always going to be those little things, especially the first one. Yeah, yeah. But I still think it's like, I feel like you have to put it out. I don't know what's the consensus in the room for like when you put something like your first one, like you almost know it's going to be bad, like off the jump. Like even with so with my YouTube, my first ones. Oh my god, this shit's so fucking bad. It's so bad. Like I think I was using like just the first. Okay, pull up 2 seconds. Pull up ShayGoon for 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm not doing this on every episode. I'm not trying to plug my shit every episode, but
I think I remember your first stuff. Like I remember when you started it.
At the beginning, I shot all of them in Timmy's basement. That was
I know.
That was
yes,
the thing.
that's.
It was always in Timmy's basement.
Oh my god, Timmy! I forgot about him too.
Click on the like the actual channel, and then just filter it to the first video for 2 seconds. I'm only doing this because I forced you to put your videos on there, and no, bro, you gotta stop.
Yo,
bro.
don't facial hair.
I have braces. The braces, yeah.
Oh my god, bro. You gotta cut this out, bro. You gotta cut this out, bro. Oh my gosh, this hurts. Yeah, all right. We can stop this. We can stop this.
Oh my gosh. Man, it's all the first stuff. You just gotta
get it out there.
Then you gotta see the progress of like getting better. So that's the only thing when you compare like what you first started with to like what you are now.
I feel like for my shit, the first I didn't know what I was doing. Like for you. So, like, when let's say, first time I saw I think it was just an audio, probably.
My first one was, I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
That's, with Adam, I was in school. I had never, like, recorded something like that, and he, like, forced me to put it out. And it's actually not bad. It's really cheesy, like, the lyrics and stuff. Yeah. It's catchy. Yeah. Like, I've always been good at, like, getting, like, catchy things. Yeah. But I've grown from that. But, yeah, it was.
I think, because, like, not to hate, but I think whenever I saw you, like if you release those ones where you're just in your house, like I see girls post them, I don't really.
No.
I might listen for 2 seconds.
I even do the same.
You know, because it's just like whatever. But as soon as I see that it's okay, it's like something, or like you're actually putting time more and more effort into it, then I would like pay attention. What I'm curious, What was your first, when you saw that ShayGoon video, what was the very first thought that went through your head? And you can hurt me, it's okay. Like, I'll take it.
I honestly remember watching this.
Yeah.
I just remember like he's trying, but like it was a little like it was a little cheese. Like,
yeah, it was rough. It was
cheese.
cheesy. Oh, like I think my first like 10 are cheesy. To be honest, I can't even watch some like my last. So let's say my last 10, because I probably have like 40 videos up there or somewhere around there. Let's say my last 10. There's only a few that I like. Like,
yeah, but you're always gonna be hard on yourself.
Yeah, that's
like,
very true. Yeah,
you know, people are gonna be like, "Oh, those are dope," and when people say that to you, you're gonna be like,
"Yeah,
you're kind of like half. So you say thank you, but you don't fully believe it.
Yeah,
you don't see what they see, kind of thing.
It's so true. And then we can get off my channel now, bro. We don't.
Yo, I just thought you wanted to like look through some previous content, bro. That's it.
All right, man. I guess you want to go back to Hollie's. We don't have to play it. Just go back to her. Go back to her channel or something. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think. Yeah, I don't know. The early days of recording were super fun though, because I was shooting those more with people.
Yeah.
But then like organizing and time wise and shit, that shit becomes so fucking hard to do. So I couldn't do that after a while. But with your shit, when did you? Because obviously now you were living in Ottawa, now you're in Toronto. When did that shit become like, oh, okay, I'm gonna move to Toronto. Now's the time to move to Toronto.
I decided to move to Toronto. So last second,
I can see that.
People didn't even believe that I was going. Like, I had a lot of it wasn't that people were negative, like, but I could tell they weren't like people. Really like, oh, like when I told people, oh, you moved to Toronto, like, oh, cool, like thinking she's not gonna move, because I think I told people around like September, October, and I left that I was gonna move in the winter, and they were like, that's like
super soon. Like, there's no way you're fine.
Because I got a second job, but I was like, I just felt stuck here. Like, I had hit my wall and I'd hit my growth point, and all I was doing was going to work, coming home. I couldn't really be creative in my house because like I have my mom, my dad, my brother. Like, you know, like that whole space is an issue. Like, come in, just like open the door. Like, oh, sick. I was just writing something. You just broke my whole creativity. Which like
all that stuff is like your. And this is gonna sound like so cheesy and like hipster, but like no, like your creative space has to be like somewhat protected, somewhat set apart from. Because me, when I do whatever I'm doing, like if I'm writing a skit or a stand up, I have to like speak it. So like if you come into my room, I'll probably be like run around saying shit like dick butts or like random shit, like, you know, like that's not a good look if someone walks into that shit. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so that was a big push for me, because I was just like, okay, if I want to do this, because obviously the music industry first is like, to get an actual job
it's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's insane.
So I was like, I'm gonna move there, at least like try to put myself out there, networking. Like, Ottawa's great. I never hate on Ottawa, nothing like that, but you can, I don't know, I just like, I felt stuck. I felt like I wasn't making any connections.
That's a fair thing to say. You don't have to
it's not as open here. Open-minded is what I think. And not saying everyone is not open-minded, but even when I come back and been living there for almost 2 years now, I feel it. I feel judgment. I feel like people are like, even just like,
just because you're not doing the regular
path. You look slightly different. Oh, you're wearing something slightly different. That's not the style here. Even that, like, it's crazy. I didn't even realize, and like,
but once you move around, because Tori's from here as well.
Yeah, but she now lives in Toronto, and like, it's crazy. I just feel very like judgy eyes always, you know. And I feel like people judge each other here, like in a different way, not as open. Maybe it's just like in my head. Maybe I've lived here for like I lived here for 21 years, so I can have an opinion. Yeah, some people might be like, oh, she thinks blah blah. Like, I feel like you in Toronto, and now
we
you
don't have
like
that many
Ottawa.
viewers yet.
You know, and I'm just like, you know, so yeah, it was a last second. I just got a second job, worked like 7 days, till I was like exhausted, and then I was moved. And okay,
so you just basically now you're working one job in Toronto, or you're working two? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but like for the move, you have to like hustle crazy to get the initial money. Yeah,
I like drained myself. I'll never do that again. That's why I don't think I'll ever work like 2 full jobs unless I don't have to. Cause I was dying.
It is insane.
I
tried to work 2 jobs. Shouts out to Hannah. I'm not going to disclose your work location. Don't even worry about it. I saw the look like, don't disclose that information. But yeah, because I tried to work there, and then I got another job that was full-time 9 to 5, so I was trying to do like 9 to 5 and then work shift work after, and it was just like you're exhausted, so any energy that you're gonna have to create anything or do anything productive after that is fucking gone. Like, and it's just nothing else you could do. So that totally makes sense. I think with Ottawa, it's such a annoying, touchy subject.
I know, people are so touchy about it. Like, they get so butthurt. I'm like, it's an opinion.
It's an opinion,
Relax.
but there's definitely so many like grains of truth to like that kind of criticism. I mean, you're from Toronto too, Jamil. So it's like you see the way, like, I don't know if it's because Toronto's such a city. I don't know.
This is what I'm told. I'm told, like, because I have a few people out here that rap too from Ottawa, and they always tell me that, like, Ottawa, they say the city doesn't support each other and stuff, where in comparison to Toronto, where, like, it's pretty easy to make it because everybody's reposting your stuff to just... There's no
not necessarily easy, but it's easier.
But yeah.
Even live shows, I feel there's more support out in Toronto.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
when I go out, it's like, oh, you want to go see this, like, whoever, performer? Yeah, let's go.
Word.
People will drop the $10 or the $15 to go.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel like promoting shows here, like, you're fighting. You're, like, throwing shit all together. Yeah. Have you looked into, like, I don't know what you've been doing, like, shows-wise. Have you looked in, like, what you kind of want to do for shows and shit? Have you done shit recently?
No, I actually haven't done any live stuff for so long. I went through, like, a phase where I just hit a wall. Like, when I was in Toronto, I just couldn't write. Just my creativity, you know, like...
Oh, yeah, like writer's block? Like, heavy writer's block.
And then I had some stuff go on in my life, like, oh, God, is it a year ago now? Yeah, about over a year ago, and that's what sparked it. And I just went, like... and then I started writing. So I've been writing. So I've been writing. I have a lot of stuff recorded. I just need to now, like, I started to rebrand myself.
You don't have to put the pressure on yourself to blast a bunch of songs.
Exactly. Like, I wanted to rebrand myself and know exactly what I wanted to do and think about it before I started just throwing songs out.
Word.
And now I've kind of gotten there, like, and tried to, I think I'm going to start just pushing shit. Yeah, because I have a lot, and, like, even Tori gets mad. She's like, you have so much, stop writing, stop recording. I'm like, okay, I'll put something out, I promise.
I feel like that's how it's been kind of similar, like, you, especially, like, also I was talking, like, when we had Nulav on too, he was saying, like, there was kind of, well, for him, he had a freaking child, so, like, shit becomes kind of, like, important, but, like,
slightly.
You can't just, like, ditch the kid to go to the studio all the time, but, like, like, especially when you're coming up and you're trying to build an audience and shit, and, like, life hits and you have to take breaks and shit like that, that's where it's like that tests the I guess the commitment or whatever, because if, like, a lot of times you hit that, like, a break, like, are you gonna rebound and come back to that shit? So, like, the ability to get up and, like, keep working through all that kind of bullshit is definitely something that you have to have, and you have to like learn that shit's coming, because I feel like especially when I started, I hate to keep going back to me, but fuck, that's the only shit. It's my podcast. I'm gonna talk about me, you know. But, like, I took a bunch of breaks just because, like, the way YouTube was going, you have to release so much, and that shit started draining. Like, I have to come up with a whole new idea by next week. I come up with something, oh shit, it's corny. After, like, sometimes after you record it, you're like, damn, that's so corny. I don't have time. I have to put it up anyway. And then it's like you're putting up shit that sucks, and then some stuff that's, like, corny but still does decent views wise, and you're like, fuck, like, then it's like getting stuck. This is kind of relating back to what you were saying, because you said, like, you're, like, trying to make a new kind of, like, reinvent the brand or whatever, reinvent yourself. You can get stuck almost as, like, you get in a dangerous area if you keep doing stuff one way, of, like, almost getting, like, typecasted or like a caricature or so much or something like that.
Yeah, what people see you as.
Yeah. I think because I don't know what the exact word for it, but, like, after the video, I feel like after waiting or whatever, like, after that, well, like, considerably after that, we'll say, that is, like, your sound definitely changed. I don't know if grittier is the right word, but definitely not so much like,
I went through some shit, you know?
Yeah, it's some real shit.
Shout out to all the assholes out there. Wow. Thank you very much.
There we go. Drop the fucking
y'all know who you are. That's honestly, like, I said shit happened in my life, and I was like, oh, this is what real problems are. Yeah. This is what real shit and, like, and you just emotion
got pissed off and started saying some shit.
My God. Yeah. And I just didn't hold back. Like, I feel like before I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings. No, sorry, but fuck you all. Like, it's honestly, like, if I'm going to write exactly what it is.
It's gotta be your experiences or like your shit.
Sorry if I'm exposing your life. Like, I don't say names, I don't say any of that, but
yeah, so
you know, I always held back before because I'm like, oh, well, it's someone else's story too. It's like, no, like I'm gonna use this for what, because that's real. That's like exactly what happened.
I feel like also, and now getting back to like what we were talking about before, with the you have to put out shit that's yourself, like shit that you're gonna do. If you're dating someone that's an artist, like I feel like you have to know that shit could happen, you know, and you can't have your feelings hurt if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with me. Like, if I'm gonna be, because I've been doing on and off. I got to do a shout out to Adam Agile Catcher because he's trying to get me back into it. But
Adam, no. Ugh.
No shout out to Adam Agile Catcher.
Me and Adam will always have beef. You can tell that if you ever have him on.
Yeah, I am gonna have him on. We haven't booked it yet, but we're gonna get you on, Adam. But yeah, it's like, I'm not necessarily gonna talk about you on stage and shit, but like I kind of might, like it might be related to you, you know, like obviously that shit's gonna come from experience or whatever. So I feel like you have to have somewhat of an understanding, which is also I think a reason why relationships as a comedian is like, or as comedy, because like it's a tricky thing to balance. I've realized.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think like
that's more even like, because that's like, you're trying to make people laugh at either whatever someone's pain or someone's mess up or whatever. Exactly. But it is what it is. Like, you just gotta. Yeah, so it's like not too serious.
I get that for sure, and like I try and give some understanding, but then also there's a difference of like trying to let people know like what entered, like if my Instagram's all comedy, right? Like it's all videos or whatever. So people might think, especially like girls I've been seeing, because I'm not really dating and I haven't really dated in a while, but like girls that I'm seeing. If I show them my Instagram right away, then they're expecting like high energy right away. I'm not really funny if I don't know you. Like real shit. If I don't know you, because like as a kid, super. I feel like this is also like a common theme among like artists right now. Like super introverted as a kid.
Oh my god! Like I had the most quiet and awkward person.
Yeah. Like I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. I didn't.
Like, what was your first impression of me when you met me?
I think just super nice. I think that was the first thing. Yeah. I know, but then we started playing beer pong. Like,
and I kicked your ass.
No, just kidding.
Let's say that one more time. I kicked your ass.
I think like definitely you can tell. Like, I feel like so like me, I was pretty comfortable with the people we were around at that party. So I was probably more outgoing than I would be if I went to something where I don't know anyone, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel you with that.
Like we went to New Love's thing. Like I don't know, it was 2 weeks ago. New Love's party or out at Room 104.
Oh yeah.
I know 2 people there, so I'm just like,
one that goes on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what are you doing? Like, all right. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck with you, and you just post back in the booth. But like in that situation, I think I was a little bit more up and a little bit more outgoing. So I think I was hitting, because you know me, I've said this on the podcast before. If I know you, my first test to see if we could be like friends or whatever is I'm gonna say some like either fucked up shit, a little bit inappropriate. I want to see the boundaries, you know, like what are our joking boundaries. So I think I said some shit that was probably annoying, and I think your reaction was like, like
I
a little
honestly,
smile.
When was this? Like when we first met?
When we first met.
Oh, we first met. I thought you meant like back at New Love's party. I was like, honestly, I probably didn't hear you, and I was just like, yeah, sick.
No, yeah, that's
my way to go.
At the club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got you. I have shitty hearing anyway, so if I'm at the club, like I'm trying to talk to someone, what'd you say? Yeah, I'm gonna get you back. Yeah, drinks? Yeah, fuck, we do that shit or whatever,
yeah,
right?
That's my life. If I don't hear you, I'm not gonna ask, sorry, what'd you say?
100%, and there's no reason to. I think, so yeah, I would say nice, just chill. Like, I don't think I had any big kind of, because you were pretty quiet until like, you know, shit started popping off. But I think that's how most creatives are, at least in this generation, is that kind of introverted thing, which then also is like, if you're introverted and then you can like push shit out and like get past that to release shit, crazy.
True.
Which is why when I think that was another thing when the first saw you do like the music shit, I was like, fuck, okay, Hollie, like, okay, there you fucking go. Because I know you can kind of sense when someone is, even if they're outgoing, if they have a little bit of introvert in them or something, you can tell, right?
Yeah.
You know, and it's not a big thing. It's not something that you would like necessarily notice or disrupt any conversation or anything like that. But like, you can tell when someone's like going outside of their comfort zone by a lot to release something, and you're like, oh shit. Like if they can do that, then I feel like those not to like single shit out, but I feel like those people have a good chance to do like really big things or like attempt to do really cool things just because they can get that far out of your comfort zone is like fucking huge. I think so.
It's true. That's what even just like daily life. I feel like you have to put that in. Like there's certain things like I was weird about, like even going places alone. Like I'm like, oh my God, I cannot be like go there alone. Like I can't.
Like when you first got to Toronto or just
in general, like I just get like big anxiety over doing things alone or like going to places alone if I'm not going to know anyone. Like if someone invites me, hey, come out to this performance, but I have no one to go with, like that is stress. And
it's like you still got, it's like in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I got to do the networking. Like I have to. Like these are opportunities that like, my mind always goes back to like basketball analogies because I grew up playing basketball. And the thing is like when you're sleeping, someone else is doing drills or whatever. Yeah. So then that goes back to, you know, music is like while you're choosing not to go to this networking thing and this whatever, and not necessarily like I'm not trying to like schmooze and like be like, yo, like hop on my podcast like I fucking did when we were at the club that night. But whatever, it is what it is. You're here now, so it fucking works, you know? But like still like just to get out there, like you're not taking that opportunity, someone else is, you know, like someone else is always taking those steps. So yeah, it's just not easy at all.
No, I'm still learning every time. Like I swear, I'm getting slowly better.
Yeah, more, but definitely compared to like when I first met you. It's like almost two different people, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Like 100%. I remember, even think back to that and I'm like, holy crap. But I needed to like, I think move to Toronto. I need to be alone. And like
that needed to happen.
And I think that's also why even back to like relationship thing, like I haven't been in another relationship because I haven't been, it's like cheese a little bit, but it's like I need to grow. Yeah. As I said, it's kind of cheesy because everyone says that, but it's true.
It's true.
Like,
and especially this time. Yeah, like this time in like early 20s or whatever, like development and shit. Like you need to, because you don't know who you are. You've only been like, you've been surrounded by certain people. Yeah. Which goes back to the fucking Ottawa. Yo, we just like going back and forth back on shit today. But like going back to Ottawa, it's like that same mindset, because I don't know why like people don't break off from the norm or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah. But like you get surrounded by that and you're not necessarily finding out like, shit, this is going to get cheesy. But like who you want to be or like what you want to do. Though, yeah. Like, you know, like for real, like you got to step out. But it's actually
real. Like you think that when you hear that stuff when you're younger and stuff, you're like, oh, whatever, like blah, blah, blah. But then when you live it, you're like, wow. Yeah. Like I think if I hadn't had that stuff happen, like say if we never broke up or something like that and I just stayed with that and we never like I don't know, for both of us even, like I see it like grew huge by ourselves, you know,
growth for sure.
And it's like that was just meant to happen. You experience what you experience and I learned from that, and then by myself I learned more and more, and then even like moving to Toronto, putting myself in a comfort zone, like I didn't really know that many people in Toronto, like maybe 2 that I talked to.
That's true. Like,
and that was like my biggest like change and step forward and push out of my comfort zone. Like that was like my starting point of like kind of going upwards in my life.
And like actually how is that? Because like not saying I'm trying to move or anything, but like in the future, the plan with the podcast for now, at least, obviously Ottawa, because I'm here. So, and there is a lot of talent here. That's another thing I want to do. Try and like, I don't want to say like connect people, but kind of just at least like give people a place to like, you know, I want to make something cool somewhere where people can come in like, and it's relaxed. It's not necessarily like a radio interview, you know, because there are more opportunities for like a radio type interview. I wanted more of like a, like, exactly, conversation, that kind of shit. So it's like trying to bring people together and show that like, I feel like I've had this conversation a gazillion times with like artists, and like me and my mom have this conversation all the time because my mom's a writer. So that's why shout out to you, Mom. I love you. So important to me. Yeah, shout out moms. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just like the creative people have to be seen more here, you know? So it's like the support 100%. We need to support these people. And also like, that's another thing. So for me, one thing that I just kind of, I'm trying to like just bite my pride at is like, you know, when you like you see something and you just like push it, throw it on your story, like artists or whatever. Yeah. I'm trying to like, if there's an artist, and I obviously I'm not trying to push shit I haven't listened to, so I'll listen to it. If it's dope, I don't know them, just push it. Push it on your story. Don't expect any type of response. Don't care if people are like thinking you're dick riding or whatever. Just like push some shit out, because you know, like in my mind, if the shit is good, like they deserve that random person to be like, yo, your shit was dope. You know, because I remember like if I'd have a video and a random person was like, yo, that shit was dope. I'm like, I don't know you, but like that shit fucking made my day. Like that one comment.
Receiving that recognition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't really care about like, you think I'm a dick rider or like whatever. I'm at least trying, and it's like, it's always, there's like little things with like your pride. You should like, I'm trying to put that aside for like random shit. But like, that's one thing, bro. Just push, let these people see that there's creatives and there's shit going on.
Yeah.
Because there are people here, but right now everyone's dipping.
Everyone's
case
going.
in point. Everybody.
Come join me.
Shouts out to Toronto.
Yeah, no, it's a good move. You just have to be prepared that it's not gonna you're not gonna move and be like, wow, this is amazing. Like it took me a few months. Like I was like, okay, I don't know anybody. Like I was kind of down. Like, oh shit, was this the right choice?
I feel like I would feel that way too.
Yeah, you feel really thrown out, kind of into the open. If you never lived in Toronto, and I lived like pretty downtown, so it was like.
Got you.
From
you're just like in
suburbs of
in
Canada,
the fire
like
right away.
to the downtown.
So what did you do? You joined like fucking spin class or some shit? I don't know what
what for what?
To like meet people in Toronto. What did you do? You joined like classes? Like
honestly, work was huge. Like I worked a lot, so just meeting people through there, and then I had one friend who already lived there,
and she kind of
a few people, and then my roommate. Honestly, I'm so lucky. Me and my roommate get along so well.
Shouts out to
becoming
roommate.
Friends. Yeah, Grace. She's I'm 5'1" and she is 5'11" point something. Like
damn.
So like we're opposite. Like when we stand and go out together, like sometimes I've worn running shoes. She has heels on. Like I swear my head comes up to her waist. Like we're complete opposites, but that was a huge thing. She really she had been living there probably a year before me.
Oh, okay,
so she knew friends, and
she from Ottawa?
Me. No, she's from Windsor.
Oh, how the fuck do you know this person?
I met her online.
Oh, okay.
On Facebook, on this
hi, I'm new to Toronto. I need some friends.
Literally, she posted an ad, and I just was like, "Hey, can I come see?" Yeah,
Oh, word. Oh, got you.
Like an ad thing, not just I saw her, and I'm like, "Yo, you look dope. Can we live together?" No.
Yo, I swear, I'm super neat. Bro, I'll take care of shit. I promise.
I feel like you look like someone I'd want to live with. No, I just saw her ad, and then we ended up getting along so well because she's in fashion. So it's another creative, so it's kind of like we understand, and we're very similar enough, and then different in other ways, so we kind of help each other. But
speaking of fashion, that's another thing you definitely stepped up since you left.
Thank you. I try.
Not trying to stun on nobody, and I just want to let it be known for everybody out here. I was gonna wear a hoodie today. All right, if this shit, I don't know how it's looking on camera. I don't know if it looks that bad. If it's wrinkly, I was gonna wear a hoodie. This room is hot as shit. Okay, it's fucking hot. I was sweating like a motherfucker. I had to take it off. All right. Another thing I didn't realize starting this podcast is that I was going to be on camera every week. I'm going to need shirts and shit. So I realized I'm low on shirts. I apologize. It won't happen again. But yeah, you find for most part, albums, you need that, time to go and listen to it,
to give it a fair judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when people are like, oh, I listen to a few, I'm like, you have to sit down if you really want to judge an album and listen top to bottom. Because sometimes the way that they put the songs together is the way it flows, right?
Mm-hmm. So. And me, I remember the first time I even got into this at the music world at all, I was writing skits and for Keenan's tape, Lost in Translation. We made those shits, and recorded them, and that was super dope. But yeah, you definitely there's a flow to projects, there's a process, there's a whole. So yeah, you need that whole experience. All right, so let's wrap it up here.
Okay.
One last kind of question. Or two kind of last questions. Okay. So one, we saw the music video here.
Yeah.
You know me. I've told you this before. When are we gonna get the next video? Visuals. Because me, I'm a visual person. Videos and all that shit. That's my shit.
I think everyone is.
For you, visuals, and then we didn't also touch up on the live shit because we touched on that briefly. What's your I don't know. You don't necessarily have to have a plan or anything something concrete, but how do you feel like you're going to attack both of those areas, kind of going forward?
I have someone who's going to help me out with live stuff.
Gotcha.
He's more networked in Toronto.
More plugged in Toronto.
Yeah, so he's I'm going to help you out, even getting with showcases and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But I always said I want to have my own content before. I don't want to go in and do a bunch of covers. Because
of course,
I cannot. I'm not someone. You always have to have a cover. I understand that. I get that. It involves a crowd.
This might be a bad question. I think I did my research. Have you done covers?
No.
Okay.
I've done them,
I did my research, people.
Where I did acoustic show or something where I did some covers, but I've never put one out because I just feel I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot do it justice. My own songs, like I feel them more and they fit my voice. Like
it's hard to like.
Yeah. Like it's very built to me. Obviously, like everything is. So unless I change it, if I change a song completely, then I can do it. But then it's not as much of a cover. Like people.
How would you change it? Like you would
just fit it to my voice. Like so, I'd chop out like the way that they probably the melodies and stuff like that. Like I've kind of changed.
Got you.
Because it just fits my vocal ability and stuff. So yeah.
Have you thought? So here's another question, because like I know a lot of artists, like the first thought is let's get on shows. Have you thought about like, because this is how my brain goes, like what you would do like if it was like this is Hollie's show, let's do more than just microphone on stage. Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah. If I've gone to a lot of live stuff, which is also kind of, it's part of the process. Like I go and I take notes of what people have done. I would love to have some kind of visuals, like even a backdrop, introduction to song. At least your name has to be somewhere on the stage. Yeah, like that is my big thing. Is like I see people not like mentioning their name a few times throughout the performance. Because I would notice that like I will remember someone if they've mentioned it at the beginning, throughout, and then at the end, and especially at the end, like if you don't end and say this is mine, like you can fall, like you have to shout yourself out.
That's so true. I do see it like half and half. Some people who make sure that they say, hey, my name is, and they hop off, and the other people are like, yeah, that was fucking good. And then they get off the stage and try to like drop the mic type moments.
And it's nerves too. Like you might have thought before, like I'm gonna say that, and I like say that now, but who knows? Because I haven't performed. I'm also like being on stage is what scares me. Like I have such stage fright, but I always had that. That's just being introverted and weird. You know?
You just kind of fight through that shit. Like I had, did I have stage fright? I guess I have stage fright. I guess I don't know. I don't
know. I feel like if you say I guess I have stage fright,
I don't. Okay, that's probably.
Me, I'm like I definitely do. Like my hands shake, my legs shake. I'm like mouth is dry. I'm like oh my god, I might be dying. I don't know.
I think for me it's like. It's not, I don't think it's stage fright. I think it depends on the situation. If I have to be serious on a stage, then like, definitely stage fright's different. Yeah. Because I did stand-up comedy at talent shows like grade 4, grade 5. So like, then I didn't have any problem then. I like do stand-up, I don't really get nervous. So I guess I don't have stage fright as long as I'm doing, I don't know what that smile was for, huh? I don't know what I said. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's lying, isn't he? Yeah,
I mean, I feel like in certain situations, guys,
that's
trust me.
I guess, that's what I'm saying. When you say, I guess I have stage fright, like, no, you don't.
Okay.
You might get a little nervous or you might get amped up because that's
I guess it's more normal.
I envy you.
I don't
just switch places. Just take my stage fright and then give me yours.
I mean, if I get the voice, because, if I get the voice, let me tell you, it's over. I'm hopping into DM straight voice memos. Just voice memos, I promise you. But okay. So that's good shit for the live. I see that. Yeah. It'd be dope when it happens. I really like, I know it's a process, right?
It is.
For me, it's always like I love the creative, like the blueprint stuff, like when you're like planning shit out. So the idea of like planning your own show, like that shit, like I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah, that'll be dope when you.
So that'll be dope whenever you get the chance to do that. So we covered that shit. Video wise, visuals, are you thinking like what's kind of your mindset for that?
I always like, at least for whenever I put a video again, like I like storytelling. Like I love like J. Cole kind of esque, crazy. Because like when you watch his video, like you understand what he's trying to say. Like the videos, like you can do videos. I'm not hating on people who do like cars and whatever, but if I watch a video and I'm like, okay, like I kind of forget I'm watching it. Like your mind is very numb.
When you
know what I mean?
Like zone out.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so it's just panning from one thing to the next, back. Yeah. You're like doing this, like kind of typical. Like I don't want to have someone be like, oh, I've seen this before. I'm not saying you have to always be unique, but like if I'm gonna put out a video, I want someone to be like, oh shit, that's dope. Like I don't want to be like, oh, it's just another music video.
There's a certain feeling too. Like I think even with the like typical like you're behind the cars, whatever. Like if you have a certain vibe to it. It still can be super dope.
Yeah, facts.
I think if you pull up like really quick, John River, Hope City 2, I think. Just put in John River, Hope City. I remember watching this, and this guy's from Toronto. He's super dope. Shouts out to John if you want to hop on the podcast. It's all good.
It's also about the video work done too, because you can take a plain shot and make it into something more.
Yeah, 100%. And I think for him, it was like, it's also like I gotta know that you like actually care and you're not just bragging. Like this isn't necessarily money and cars and shit, but you can tell like his heart is in there like right away, you know.
And the way it's shot is cool.
Yeah,
like,
with the
it's
towers
like
and shit.
following his story kind of thing. Like even with the skateboard and stuff. Like there's, it's.
All right.
You can still do simple, but it can still be good.
Yeah, there's just
you
like
still tell a story, but that's the things people lack. I feel like it's. I don't know if it's a cop
hard
out, but
it's hard to pin it down what's missing when it's not there. You know,
it's just like I don't know. Like I don't know.
I feel like at least this is how I see it when I'm like, cause I'm like whatever I do comedy whatever. If I'm trying to make like lately or recently, what I was doing like promo videos. Like I did one for you.
Yeah.
Did one for Keenan New Love. Like what I was thinking with that shit is like at least try to have that feeling like, oh, okay, this is good. You know, because I feel like with some of the videos, it's like, yeah, okay, it looks good, but they didn't think past, you know, there's just a certain level of thinking you gotta do. I don't know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm acting like I know a lot of shit. I just talk up here, guys. This is what the podcast is. This is just talking. I don't actually know anything. Like I said, we gotta wrap it up. There we go. So that is the majority of the podcast. Thanks for coming on. Great.
Thanks for having me.
This was great. I think
it was good.
For someone who says like introvert, all this shit.
Yeah, it wasn't as awkward as I thought I'd be. You know, I came in as like, oh shit, like this might be. I'd be like, not know what to say. You know, I'm trying my best.
This is something I should have said off jump. It's not like live. Like we're like the whole thing is not live. Like we can chop it down,
which is nice.
Yeah, and that's something I'm meaning to tell guests before. So like it's another thing that comes every single time. I forgot until after.
I knew that though. I figured because I've seen podcasts before.
Yeah, and you've seen.
I have this one I follow. Yeah. So
which one?
I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. It's like a local Toronto one.
Oh, okay,
but I watch them and
shouts out to local Toronto. That's not gonna
get
the plug here.
I don't know the name though,
it's not gonna get the plug here.
I cannot help you.
Okay, but anyway, so shouts out your socials, whatever, anything you got going on.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right now. Shit. Go ahead. We ending this shit. I gotta get out of here.
Okay. You can follow me at Hollie Sounds, and there will be lots of music coming. So follow me and, you know, keep watch. Yeah.
Shit's coming soon. Shit that I need to say. Okay. Let me try to remember everything. So, like I said before, like and review the podcast on Apple Music and iTunes Music if you can. We'd really appreciate that. There's going to be the audio version that comes out first on the Apple Music, iTunes, and Spotify and Stitcher, I think, and then some other shit. I don't know. It'll be in the description. I promise that part. This part will also get better. I'm still working on this shit, okay? So we have that coming. And then also, so the audio comes out first, and then the video will come out, I think, I don't want to give an exact date, but after the audio comes out, maybe a day or two after. And then watch that, subscribe to that. That's going to be its own channel, Throw the Lob podcast or something like that. But on Instagram, Twitter, everything, just Throw the Lob. Yeah, we just got it. I didn't no underscore nothing. Just Throw the Lob on IG, and you can follow us there. We're going to have more interactive shit, so follow to get a part of that. At ShayGoon _ for my stuff. I don't know if Jamil or Hannah.
I'm gonna just plug in that Throw the Lob, follow the podcast.
Hey, there you go. He even throw out his own shit. That's what we're talking about. And then I think that's everything. So that's it, boys. There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.